Hi, my name is Angie. I'm a junior and I have just finished the first part of the AP Capstone curriculum in AP Seminar, which is very exciting. Um, and today I just want to talk a little bit about my own experiences in the course. And I'd like to start with my own pithy little statement. Don't let your interests guide your research, let your research guide your interests. This is meaningful to me because there's so much information out there that you just really don't know what you like until you find it. So, I would say at the beginning of the year, before I had any interaction with the AP seminar course at all, I was a very gullible person. So I would just assume that anything that I heard or read about was true, which puts me in a very dangerous position. And I feel like once we learned about how to identify claims, evaluate the analyze the line of reasoning, and evaluate the evidence of arguments, my level of maturity has increased significantly, and these were skills that we used to read arguments as well as write our own, which was very helpful in not just AP Seminar, but in my other courses as well. So that was great. Another thing that AP Seminar has given me, I guess, is the ability to collaborate. This is huge because I would consider myself, especially at the beginning of the year, a very independent person. And I'd like to do my own things, and not just do my own things, but do my own things on my own, if that makes any sense at all. So the with because of AP Seminar, because AP Seminar has required me to, I guess, collaborate with others very often. Actually, I learned to interact with different people, take different opinions, and learn to compromise and learn from my group members, which is a very important skill in life, and so that's cool. And so another thing that AP Seminar has done for me is it has given me the chance to learn how to look at multiple perspectives, and this is crucial, especially in research, because without being able to look at multiple perspectives, then you just have a one-sided argument, and that's not good enough. So, for example, in March, I researched with my group members the effect of that corporations had on childhood obesity in the United States, and a lot of our research, including the critically acclaimed documentary Fed Up, for my lens especially, the scientific lens, I had books by Michael Moss and Robert Lustig, who really just kind of directed the responsibility of childhood obesity into the hands of U.S. corporations. So by doing that preliminary research, we were able to craft our own research question, and so I think I was talking about perspectives. Yeah, but so with that project in particular, with the childhood obesity project, I had a little bit of trouble with that because of the sources that kept saying that the corporations were at fault, and so I had to dig a little bit underneath the surface to kind of uncover what else was being said about this. So for me, I was looking at what different scientists were saying. So I would have some scientists, retired scientists, who would come straight out and say, we are at fault because sugar is a substance that is 8 times more addictive than cocaine. And we've been putting it into food products that have been shelved in grocery stores and continue to be so. So there was that aspect of the argument that was covered, but then there were other scientists who feared losing their jobs and things like that, so they would just I essentially lie and say that they weren't doing anything wrong. They weren't, that it wasn't their fault. So those were the two perspectives that I found from researching what scientists were saying about this specific topic. So moving on to another thing that I learned from AP Seminar that has benefited me as a learner. In my childhood obesity project, I completely left out the limitations and implications in my individual research paper because I had just skimmed over the rubric or something. And so I found that including limitations and implications in your arguments and solutions is really important in developing a strong argument, because without them, you just sort of assume, or the reader assumes that you are, that everything that the author, so me, I guess in this case, would be true, which is never really the case. And so for my last project that I did on Alzheimer's disease and its relationship to bilingualism, I found that including the limitations of understanding Alzheimer's disease, since it's so complicated, that really affected its relationship with bilingualism, because we didn't really, at this point in time, scientists don't know, or scientists like Ellen Bialystok don't know the effects that bilingualism has on Alzheimer's disease, because we don't understand Alzheimer's disease itself very well yet. So that's an example of limitations and implications, I suppose. And the last thing that I want to say to wrap up this vlog entry is that AP Seminar has, I think, really expanded my knowledge about the world. I think in school we learn a lot about things that we don't apply very often to outside of school. And so one of the mission statements, I think, of my school, ASIJ, is, preparing students to become inquisitive learners prepared for global responsibility, or something like that. And I think AP Seminar has really prepared us to move forward to that goal, because it allows us to take arguments and ask ourselves, is it true? Is it not true? And if it is true, then how do we make this argument better, and things like that. And by this kind of thought process, I think we become more aware of our surroundings, and we can even come up with solutions that we never thought were possible, that we never thought we were capable of coming up with. So I think that's my experience with AP Seminar thus far, and I look forward to AP Research next year. Okay, bye!